It is Monday. It is November the 3rd, and I'm already hearing Christmas music, and I don't like it. But guess what? We don't listen to Christmas music over here. We talk about sports. Do us a favor. Kick back. Relax. Because the big 7-0 of 609 Sports Talk starts now. Welcoming everybody back to another edition of 609 Sports Talk, live here on Facebook, live on YouTube, and of course, every Tuesday. You can check us out over on Spotify when these episodes drop. And of course, this is the show that unites fans, ignites debate, and apparently has somebody hanging upside down.
Yes.
But anyway, as always, we are your hosts, Sam Nelson, Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams is over here to my right, and returning to the show to join us tonight, our good friend, Mr. Orlando Negron. Orlando, I have two questions. How are you, and why are you upside down?
Oh, I wonder if he's having technical difficulties.
I think he's having technical difficulties. So Orlando, all right. He is definitely having technical difficulties. So we were good the entire time in here before the show started. How is this possible? Hold on. Okay, yeah, we're having some technical difficulties here. So here, I'm gonna. Yeah, let's have him come back. He'll be back. He will be back.
We'll get him back.
So, yeah, hopefully Orlando will be back with us in a second. He's having a little bit of a technical issue. We were fine the entire time in here. Okay, let's see if he's good now. Okay, restream. I need you to work for me. Hold on. Let's see. Let's bring him back. Okay, he's turned back upside. Can you hear us now? He still cannot hear us.
Oh no.
He will be back again. But anyway, real quickly, while we fix those technical difficulties with Orlando, what's up, Mikey? Yup, Mikey, we got moves being made by Howie Roseman. So, speaking of which, we actually have some breaking NFL news right as the show started.
Oh.
So, before we get into any of this, real quickly, Frankie Louvu has been suspended without pay for one game for violations of the playing rules. What else is new? So, besides why that's a thing.
I can hear
there he is.
All right. Sorry for that.
Oh, you're fine.
Good.
I was just sitting here. I mean, we were fine to start the show. Next thing I know, I look at your camera. You're upside down. I'm like, okay.
I don't know what happened.
You were literally we sat in here for a half hour.
Literally fine and everything, and then as soon as you start the intro, boom.
Blame Sam.
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't make the intro. And also another break. We have an NFL trade that just broke. The Tennessee Titans are sending edge rusher Draymond Jones to the Baltimore Ravens for a conditional 5th-round pick. So the Ravens are buyers during the trade deadline.
Interesting. What are they buying into? The world may never know.
Well, they're buying into one of the league's worst defenses, so we'll get into that that's another story for another day. So look, big show tonight. Ending the show, we'll talk some AP Top 25. It's getting to be a flat-out joke. They're clearly just favoring schools now at this point. Strength of schedule, quality opponents means jack, and I can't stand it. Final thoughts on the World Series. What a series it was. Game 7 was an all-time classic and maybe one of the top 5 most easily one of the most top 5 baseball games I've ever seen in my entire life. I feel for Blue Jays fans, but then I remember about Joe Carter in 1993, so I say, get over it. But anyway, that's another story for another day. We will be talking some NFL Week 9. We're going to be doing some power rankings for the midseason in a few minutes here. But before we get into that, gentlemen, Howie Roseman's been a busy man.
Oh, he's been real busy.
Since last Wednesday, the Eagles have acquired cornerback Michael Carter II from the New York Jets. Also acquired corner Jair Alexander from the Baltimore Ravens. And just this morning, acquired edge rusher Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins for a third-round pick. Now, just to give everybody the disclaimer, the third-round pick is the Eagles' third-rounder. They did not give up the third-round pick they got from the Jets in the Hassan Reddick deal. They kept that. And the Eagles are also probably going to get a third-round compensatory pick for Milton Williams. So, Eagles still sitting pretty well with 2 third-round picks, and one of them should be good.
Oh, yeah.
Because that Jets third-round pick may be an early third-round pick because keep on losing, boys.
Go
keep
Jets.
on losing for us. Howie Rosen really knows when a player is past their best days.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't heard anything from Hassan Reddick since then.
Nope. I don't even know what team he's with.
So, he's with Tampa. He's with Tampa right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Signed a 1-year, $14 million contract on the first 10 minutes of free agency.
Okay.
We're not allowed to tamper with teams and players, but yet they could sign in 10 minutes. Yes, there's no illegal tampering going on, guys. Not at all. It's all by the book. We just call up, make the deal.
Yep.
But, gentlemen, what are our thoughts? We've got some new players. I'm sure there's going to be some positional battles. How will the edge rusher rotation look now with Jalen Phillips and Nolan Smith coming back? BG's coming out of retirement. You still got Josh Uche. You still got Jalix Hunt. You still got Patrick Johnson, who I hope I never see active on game days anymore. I mean, Azeez Ojulari's on IR, so he's out for at least 4 weeks. We'll have to see what happens to him when he comes back healthy. But, I mean, I think we can all safely agree the biggest deal is the Jalen Phillips one. The corners, we'll get to them in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Those deals are what they are. They're guys you get for late-round picks. We'll talk about that in a minute. But how impactful does Jalen Phillips feel to you? Because, mid-season trades isn't always our strong suit. Not to be negative, but if there's one thing that Howie Rose would struggle with, it's mid-season trades.
Yeah, I mean, how I see it is going to help a lot because, like you just got done saying, that our rushers are injured. So, and it's going to help, Nolan Smith when he comes, a little bit rotation into them. It's they stay fresh when it comes to the playoff time.
Yeah, it's a good point about Nolan Smith. I mean, you got to kind of work him back in there. He's missed quite a bit of time. You can't just expect him to come back and be the workhorse carrying that pass rush on defense.
No, I agree. And I mean, we kind of figured that going into the season anyway. We already knew coming into the season that this edge rusher group was going to be, it was already thin.
Yeah.
I mean, you put all your eggs in the basket with Nolan Smith, which I don't think anybody was upset about. Nolan's a very good player. Mm-hmm. But then you're putting all the eggs in the basket of starting Jalix Hunt. No offense to Jalix. I think Jalix is a very good player.
Yeah.
He's had a very good... He is. He's having a very solid start to his career. Mm-hmm. Guys, he only started playing edge rusher 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Jalix Hunt is right where he needs to be in his progression as a, third-round pick?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's right where he needs to be. I'm going to say a bold statement about Jalen Phillips. I'm excited that we got him, even over Bradley Chubb. I think that Jalen Phillips, this could be this team's move, kind of like how the Eagles back in 2017
I
traded
knew you were gonna say
Jay
that.
Ajayi.
I was
But we're
thinking
just seeing it on the defensive side of the ball this time. Because, yeah, could this defense have made it work and figured it out the rest of the year? They could have. They're
Mhm.
playing really solid, all things considered. Even in their losses, the defense has done everything that they could to try to get them to stay in the game. I haven't really found much fault with the defense this year, aside from, yes, the pass rush does look stagnant. Overall, as a unit, they've been playing well. What Jalen Phillips brings is this is his fifth year in the league. His first 2 years, he had 8.5 sacks as a rookie, 7 sacks as a second year player. He has had some injuries the past couple of years. Before he got hurt in 2023, mind you, that's the year Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator for the Dolphins. That Dolphins defense is pretty damn good. Before he got hurt, he played 8 games. He had 6.5 sacks and an interception. Now he's coming back. 2024 was a wash. He only played 4 games and got hurt for the rest of the year. He only had 1 sack. But this year so far, through 9 games, he's had 3 sacks, 1 fumble recovery, and then he's had 15 solo tackles. So, and that's on a Dolphins team that stinks this year. They're bad. There's no way to explain it better than that. They stink. So bringing him back to a coach that he's played with, who he had success with, putting him into a system that's already working with the likes of Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, attention's not going to be on him. He's going to have one-on-one matchups. He's going to get to show some of his talent because of how many pieces that we have up on that front now. Maro Jumbo's playing great. Him and Jalen Carter, a ferocious pass rush. Throw Jordan Davis out there, great against the run. I'm not too sure how Jalen Phillips is against the run, but he seems like he racks up a fair amount of tackles, so I'd imagine he's pretty good at securing the edge.
Mhm.
But I think that this pickup alone with Jalen Phillips could move the needle for this Eagles defense.
Yeah, I agree too. Because, like you just said, because I was thinking it, but I didn't say it. This move can be like the Jay Ajayi from the 2017 season. And I see, like I said, a lot of injuries happen. I can see him fully because, again, I was going to say it, but you beat me to it. He's under Vince. And
He went. He technically. He.
it glitched. You hear me?
You're upside down,
he's-
but we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. You're upside down though.
How do I fix that?
For anybody that's watching us on camera, no, you are not seeing things. He is not hanging upside down. He is having a camera technical issue. But
Literally, dude.
But as Orlando fixes his camera issue real quick, and hopefully he doesn't. We don't have to have him jump back in and out again. But no, and like you said, Jalen Phillips has struggled with some injury history, and but being in a rotation this deep, that could help. That could benefit him.
Yeah.
That he doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to. There he goes. He's back.
There we go.
Maybe he won't have to play as many snaps as he's had in Miami. And, dude, Vic Fangio loves him. From all the reports you hear, Vic Fangio absolutely loves this guy.
I'm sure
loved him in
he
Miami.
probably pushed for him, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, realistically, I'm sure the Dolphins probably would have traded away either Phillips or Chubb.
I'd still not
yeah.
be surprised if Chubb gets traded this year, though.
He might get moved. I could see it.
Yeah, and the biggest reason why the Eagles were the team that did not go after Chubb is Chubb has 2 more years on his contract with high cap hits. They are not the reason the Eagles were not very aggressive in free agency this past offseason is because their dead cap stuff with Darius Slay, James Bradbury, the Eagles still, as good as the Eagles are at managing the salary and getting talented players, they still suffer from it too. They still have to go through their punishments with the salary cap. So this is the kind of the reset year for Howie. Like, all right, we get Darius off the books, we'll get James off the books, we'll get all this dead money out of here, then we'll start getting back into the swing of things. So that is why Bradley Chubb was not here. Yes, he had success with Vic in Denver. It's those 2 other years on that contract with those cap hits. They don't want to bring more money onto the books. They still have to think about the long-term future. You're still thinking about a potential extension for Jalen Carter coming up next offseason. Nolan Smith's going to need one eventually too if he continues to improve and stays healthy.
Yep.
Not to mention, you got those 2 boys in the secondary that they're going to get paid some pretty pennies too when their time comes.
That's going to hurt, man.
No, it ain't.
You're right.
It don't hurt locking up talented players for me.
Yeah.
Mike's got a question. He wants to know, Tyler, what's in the...
Got some coffee. The old late evening coffee.
Goes to the dentist, drinks coffee. Great combination.
What's wrong with that? Am I not allowed to drink coffee anymore?
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying.
All right, Milk.
I had a cup of coffee.
Thank you. What's up?
There you go. What's up, Carol?
What's up, Carol? I know it's not Victory Monday.
No,
Carol.
this was a Victory Monday because we made a great trade today.
Yep. It was not. It was a bye week for us, but not a bye week for Howie.
Yep, exactly. Howie never stops. Thank you, Georgie. I might take over the top left of the screen here going forward.
I mean, if you want to start controlling the whole damn thing, that's fine with me.
No.
I'll gladly.
We didn't say all that.
Mike said the Eagle mug is strong.
Oh, yeah. Got it from the good old Football Hall of Fame.
There you go.
Ohio.
But,
oh, yeah. Canton, Ohio. Great purchase.
it's always that's still a good trip. Getting to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, seeing everybody.
Yeah. It was such a great trip.
Well, you took a permanent trip, so.
I know.
You took the permanent trip, but it's okay. But yeah, I mean, like, the one thing with the defense, like Tyler said, how do you fault this defense this year? They've been on the field. I feel like they've been on the field almost 60% of the time. I mean, we're not killing teams in time of possession this year, which means your defense is on the field a lot.
Running the ball well. That's a big part of it.
Yes. And if you look,
that's been on the field a lot, though, they still play really well, no matter what.
Vic Fangio's mantra: bend but don't break. They might give up yards, but they're holding teams to field goals. You know, that gives your team a chance to win games, and we've done it quite a few times this year.
Yep.
Minnesota.
Yeah. Was it 5 field goals they kicked?
That was I'd fire my offensive coordinator for that. That's atrocious.
That's like
I don't care
Johnson
who your quarterback was. I don't care who the quarterback is. But that's another thing. If you look at the defense, the one big thing why they've also had some issues this year getting off the field on third down, and it's because they are not consistently getting to the quarterback. Now, yes, Nolan Smith being out since the Rams game has hurt that a lot because he was supposed to be your top edge rusher. He's supposed to be that guy. And like I said, we don't know what Brandon Graham's going to bring you. We don't know how much gas is actually going to get filled back up into that tank. We don't know what he's got left. But that could not be the only move at edge rusher that you made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bringing a player out of retirement.
No. I mean, realistically, he's going to play what? 15 snaps a game?
Yeah.
Yeah. If that.
If that, yeah. Like, he's now his exemption today got lifted, so now he is officially a part of the 53-man roster. So now the Eagles have a full roster, which means now that when Nolan Smith and Jacorian Bennett are ready to come off IR, some moves are going to have to be made. Now, Marcus Epps and Aziz. Wait, what'd you say?
Keely Ringo.
Or Adore, one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how many corners are you going to dress in a game?
Not all of them.
I mean, you're currently looking at this cornerback room now. You've got Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Michael Carter, Jair Alexander, Keely Ringo, Adore Jackson, Mac McWilliams, Jacorian Bennett. Like, that's 8.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not dressing 8 defensive backs in a game.
Adore might be the odd man out. What were you saying, Orlando?
I was going to say the same thing. One of the I wasn't going to do a name, but I was like, one of them has to go.
Yeah. He think about it. He's a veteran of the league. He's not a veteran of this team. I can see Keely Ringo getting the nod because he's been here for a few years. Even though he hasn't looked good.
Yeah.
He's still been here.
Yes, and not only to the fact of that, is he a good corner? No, but he is one of Michael Clay's best gunners on special teams.
Yeah, and special teams, all it matters. It matters. Especially when you got Sidney Brown out there. Oh, Lord.
Surprised. Dude, what he was thinking when he tried to high knee that Giants player in the face. I got no answers for Sidney Brown anymore. I think here's what I think about Sidney Brown. He's a bonehead, and that's why he doesn't play full time. The guy is eventually he's either going to knock someone out or he's going to knock himself out.
I wouldn't be the time he knocked himself out. Oh, he's definitely knocked himself out.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Didn't he knock himself out of a game earlier this year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think he did. It was a preseason game against the Bengals. I think he knocked himself out of the game because he literally tried to headhunt somebody and ended up knocking himself out. But, and then, I mean, how do we feel about the acquisitions of Michael Carter and Jair Alexander? I mean, I know Alexander at one point, big name, former 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time second-team All-Pro. It has not been pretty in Baltimore this year. We know that.
The way I look at Alexander, can we get – the question I keep asking myself is how does it get worse than Adore Jackson and Keely Ringo? Jair Alexander's been bad, but so has that Ravens defense in general.
Yeah. If anything, he's a better option than the other two.
Yeah. Not saying I want to give Jair Alexander the starting outside corner job first week here. Not at all.
Right.
No.
He's at least a depth piece now. Ultimately, I kind of would still like to see Bennett get a shot at that second outside job eventually. But I'm over Adore Jackson and Keely Ringo. I really am. And as for Carter, it's a solid slot option behind DeJean. Maybe it frees up DeJean to be able to have some different looks. I know you said that, Sam. Have some different looks throughout the game instead of just being strictly the slot corner. Maybe it frees him up to do other stuff. I know you mentioned shadowing the team's second best receiver.
Yes, like if you looked at what they would do, just go back to week 1 against Dallas. What Dallas did is that they would completely move George Pickens all around the field so Quinyon got matched up with him. Then they're putting guys in the slot because they know DeJean's not going to move. And then that's where we're getting Adoree Jackson one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb or one-on-one with George Pickens. That cannot happen against playoff teams. And Dallas, in my opinion, is not a playoff team.
No.
Their defense stinks. They're not making the playoffs. But when you're going against playoff teams, one position should not be the death of a defense. But somehow, the death of this defense has been that number 2 corner spot all year. Because neither of these two, we were spoiled last year with this secondary. CJ, Reed, freaking Darius Slay. I mean, you literally had Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Darius Slay. Oh, by the way, you had Isaiah Rodgers coming off your bench.
Yeah. He was our bench corner.
Yeah.
That's how spoiled we were.
Yeah, and I mean, you saw if Darius Slay had to leave for a play. The play didn't drop off drastically. Look at the Rams in the divisional round last year.
Yeah.
Quinyon hurt his shoulder. He missed most of that game. Isaiah Rodgers came in, filled in fine, gave up a couple bad catches to Cooper Kupp, and it's Cooper Kupp. It happens. But he also had the key fumble recovery to set us up for in the snow. The play didn't drastically drop off just because Darius Slay or Quinyon Mitchell were out of the game. Now the problem is Quinyon has to shadow a team's one. Adoree Jackson. First off, let me break some very harsh news to Eagle fans. I don't know what you expected from Adoree Jackson because Adoree Jackson has stunk his entire career. He was never good at Tennessee. He was never good. If you ever thought somebody was going to sign with the Giants and be good, you're out of your freaking minds. But he's never been a good player. I don't like this guy. Literally, they were trying to make him a punt return specialist because he was such a bad corner. And then he sucked the punt return, so he had to go back to being a corner. And he sucks there again. Same thing with Kelee Ringo. And I don't think anybody sitting here right now has been more of a Kelee Ringo defender than myself.
Yeah.
But Kelee Ringo stinks. He cannot cover across the middle of the field. He can't tackle. He has no ball skills. He can't do it. This is now 3 years in a row, and he can't get on he's on the field, and it looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Jaire Alexander. I'm not saying we just got Jaire Alexander, who was with the Green Bay Packers. But I will take, and I got into an argument with an Eagles insider on Twitter about this, because they were like, oh, did you see Ringo play week 8? Oh, yeah, congratulations. I would hope he can cover Jalen freaking Hyatt. But then when I saw him go against somebody just a bit average better than Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, up and down the field we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Jaire Alexander is going to be Green Bay Jaire Alexander. I'm not saying that.
No.
But I will take the freaking... It's a 9-game flyer. We have 9 games to play. I will take a 9-game sample size on Jaire Alexander, who has had success in this league, who will now be coached by one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. Also coached by one of the greatest defensive backs coaches in the league, and Christian Parker, who was with him in Green Bay for a year. I will take my bets with Jaire Alexander, who is a proven commodity, over a guy in Kelee Ringo who has not proven a damn thing in the NFL, and Adoree Jackson, who has proved something in the NFL. He has proven that he stinks.
Mm-hmm.
I will take my bets with Jaire Alexander. And who knows? Maybe, I mean, this is what we saw last year. Now at corner, you are like we just pointed out. We just pointed out 8 guys. There is some depth there now. But I think a lot of it had to do with that Giants game when they're like, okay, when Quinyon went out and Cooper had to we had to move him all over, it gets ugly.
It does.
Like, you're telling me Jaire couldn't kind of do the Isaiah Rodgers role from last year?
I'm fine with that. I would love it if somehow we could get Jair Alexander back to a position where he can be a second corner, playing next to Quignon for the rest of the year. But I think that's asking for too much.
I mean, look.
At this point, it's our only option.
It is.
Yeah,
Because
it's either you try that or you just go back to Adoree Jackson.
Exactly.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
What I think you're going to see this week with Green Bay, I think Ringo's going to start because he's been the healthiest one. Bennett still has to get activated. Jackson had a concussion and missed the Giants game, so we still have to see if he cleared protocol yet, which I'm assuming he probably has. But they were on a bye week, so they don't report. So they have to wait to see if he's been cleared. But I want the long-term option to this corner to be answered. I'm hoping it is Jakorian Bennett. I think he has shown the most out of those three that we've been talking about in smaller sample sizes than Adoree Jackson or Kelee Ringo has shown all year. I have no interest in watching those two play football anymore. Kelee could be a special teams ace. I'm perfectly fine with that. Adoree could go, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Because I didn't like the signing from the start. I said I would have thought of 20 different names I'd rather have seen compete for that number 2 spot than Adoree Jackson. Ironically, one of the names I brought up in the offseason was Jair Alexander.
Yeah, I remember that.
But there was literally a time in his career in Green Bay, he was one of the best corners in football. Yes, are we years removed from that? Absolutely. Am I saying that they're going to get him back there? No. But here's where I'm going to look at here. Look at Darius Slay. Look at Darius Slay last year, right? 2023 started to slow. It looked like he started to slow down a little bit, just a little bit. And all we were asking was, how much does Darius Slay have left? Well, look at Darius Slay in 2024 with Vic Fangio, and look at Darius Slay in Pittsburgh. It is a night and day comparison. So all I'm saying is, if there is a coaching staff that can if there is any little bit of good football left in Jair Alexander's body, this is the staff that can get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the defensive unit in general. This is
yes.
his best shot.
Yeah. And it's just to the point where I'm okay. You gave up a 6th round pick for a 9-game flyer on Jair Alexander.
Dude's 28.
Yeah, like the game. Yeah. Exactly. I just compared to Darius Slay, 6 years younger than the guy.
His biggest here's where
sure, I mean, I know it's Darius Slay, but we traded Darius Slay when he turned 28.
Here's where a lot of the issue with Jair Alexander comes from, and I don't think we're going to see it too much in Philadelphia. He only played, I think, the first 2 games of the season before ultimately kind of being benched each week by the Ravens. Through training camp, I'm pretty sure he missed most of training camp this year, recovering from injuries, dealing with injuries that were nagging him. That's why he ended up getting torched on the first game of the year. And everyone was just like, oh, he stinks. That's over. It's it. And he didn't really get a chance to redeem himself. So after being rested all them weeks, if he is more recovered from that injury, because, not all injuries are just, physical recovery. A lot of times there's more, mental factors that go into it. Having the confidence after recovering from injuries. We might see a different Jair Alexander coming into Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, gents, let me ask you this one.
And why wouldn't you start him when he's versing his former team?
Damn, Orlando wants him to start right away. Jesus, Orlando.
Well, he just took what I was going to say, so.
Oh, well, damn. Well, you know what? If I'm looking at Adoree Jackson and Kelee Ringo, screw it.
Exactly.
It's going to be an interesting one on Monday night next week because we are going to be facing a Packers team without Tucker Kraft for the season.
Yeah,
That sucks.
that sucks for them.
Matthew Golden's banged up. He probably should play, but he's still banged up. They're still without Jalen Reed.
Oh wow!
So hopefully, hello, Dennis.
What's up, Dennis?
You know, he says he always says that he's always like, I love you, brother, but you still do this. It's every week he does this. You old man, you. That was the thing with Dennis. Remember, I used to make the old jokes towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Our other elder statesman, I called him.
You're just as old as him.
Most likely. But and in terms of Michael Carter, again, that's just depth for the nickel for Cooper.
Yeah.
You need to have some quality backups in that spot. I have no idea if Mac McWilliams can play. We do not know that. So
there's no pressure on him. Give him time.
Exactly. So we're chilling now.
Oh my gosh. Man, he said you can be like John Cena.
Oh my God.
No, I do not want to be like John Cena.
Why not?
I mean,
I don't want to have a tournament for my last opponent.
Oh no.
But all in all, I don't think anybody's going to disagree here that this football team, over the past 5 days, they've gotten better.
They have.
Yeah.
They made moves where they needed to in key areas.
Yep.
Even though I feel like we always loop back to the offense being the problem of this year so far, the offense doesn't need any help.
They don't. And to me personally, I don't think the offense was the problem. It's just there's a new offensive coordinator, obviously, again. And they just had to find a rhythm.
Again.
Yeah.
And in the last 2 weeks, I felt, at least I feel that, I'm sure they found a rhythm.
They have.
And it's just ironic, last week is without A.J. Brown, but, like, still, Smithy's really good.
I'm ignoring Dennis's comment, even though I just acknowledged it. But, oh, damn it!
You thought you could escape.
Real quickly before Orlando continues, Mike, the deadline is tomorrow at 4:00. So keep an eye out for all your trade deadline stuff
to
tomorrow.
Trade for a running back. Let's go. Extra running back.
We did. His name's Tank Bigsby.
I know.
And another thing I like what they've been doing, they've been using Goddard a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah, not yards wise, but touchdown wise.
Yeah.
They did a couple new like trick plays for him in the beginning of the season that I really enjoyed seeing.
We're running shovel passes with him. We haven't ran shovel passes since 2006.
Yeah. I like the shovel pass play. It's different.
Hey, I
agree.
I don't know if you watched the Seattle game. I know you didn't, but
I watched the first half.
Yeah,
that's all you needed.
That's all I needed.
Yeah, I kind of like the one tush push place that they did when they let the tight end do it instead of the quarterback. They should do that for God.
Like the Packers.
Yeah.
Nah, that's only for teams that have wimpy quarterbacks who are afraid to get in there.
Yeah.
Or afraid to go tush first.
I wouldn't say afraid, just don't have a lot of leg power.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. Let's go back to our game of the week on CBS. You know, for a team that really doesn't like the tush push, I see Buffalo run it a whole heck of a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get to see that game. I was kind of upset.
Dennis, start ripping Reed Blankenship in the chat, please. I'd rather listen to that right now.
Nah, we need to hear some Sidney Brown roasting.
Yeah, as he goes and tries to Triple H knee hit someone in the head again.
You know what? Sidney Brown would be a great XFL football player.
Probably the first one that ever gets suspended. Oh, Carol, that's because they don't have a quarterback that squats 600 pounds.
Yep. But hey, they beat the Chiefs, so I'm proud.
Tennessee is the GOAT. 100%.
He's the GOAT in the regular season against Patrick Mahomes.
He's the GOAT at losing his starting job in the final week of the preseason. Oh my God.
Dennis, yes, he hasn't had the takeaways. There's still not a better safety on that team that I'd want to see out there over him. I have no complaints out of Blankenship. He's been guilty of a couple of bad plays, but guess what? So is the whole team.
The whole damn team's been like that this year. Everyone's made bad plays. But hold on. Before we move forward, I want to go back to something, and I just love the fact that Orlando said it. Orlando brings up the Dallas Goedert and the red zone stuff. I guess that's just the players, though, right? That has nothing to do with coaching.
Right.
Dennis, the kids played 8 games.
And he's your team leading interception.
Yeah, he has more picks than he leads the team. He's the only guy in the secondary that knows how to pick off a football.
Yeah. Love Quinn.
But we knew once
he
Slade
can't pick
left,
off football.
Once Slade left, we're not going to have a lot of corners that
DeJean. Don't forget DeJean. I know he hasn't had many.
He hasn't had many, but I'm just talking about, like, even last year, Quinn Mitchell, he wasn't known for interceptions until, like, playoffs. I don't think he has one until the end of the season. But he was so good because he's good at pass defensing the ball away or shadowing the player. Like, I think our defense is perfectly fine about not worrying about interceptions.
Yeah. Dennis, no, Sam, I got to go back up one comment. Dennis, Sidney Brown can't tackle either. He's trying to lay you out on every play. He doesn't know what a wrap-up tackle is. So probably about 15% of the time, he actually knocks the player down. The other 85%, running right past him.
Mm-hmm. He's too busy trying to blow
so
up
honestly, Makuba and him kind of tackle the same. Makuba's just smaller. I don't think Makuba's as strong. So what's Sidney Brown's excuse?
Which we knew. We knew these things when he came out of Texas. He had a small frame. Tackling may be an issue. Yes, we're aware of that. But guess what? You know what translates in the NFL? From a guy who was part of an elite defense at Texas, you know what translates to the NFL? Guys that take the football away. That's why they're important. Because they take the damn football away.
Yep.
Yes, Dennis, the Vikings game. I believe he had a pick in that game.
Mm-hmm.
God, kids played 8 games in the freaking league.
He's a rookie.
Dennis knows. Dennis is just trying.
Nobody wanted to say a damn word about CJ through the first month of last year when he stunk. Guy allowed like 6 touchdowns in a month, but no one said a damn word about it. You know why? And by the way, CJ, not a great tackler, not a great coverage guy. Takes the football away.
Yeah.
Could you give the kid freaking 2 years in the league before you start ripping the guy? Dennis, running the ball on 3rd and 5 and missing a field goal almost cost us the Vikings game. The only 2 guys in that secondary that are damn near flawless are Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Reed Blankenship, not his best year. Wow. I mean, the fact that you've gotten 3 quality years so far out of an undrafted free agent is pretty damn impressive.
Oh, yeah. And he's not awful.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Makuba and Reed Blankenship have one main job in that defense. No ball over 40 yards in the air gets past them. So, you know what I hope happens? You know what I would love to hear tomorrow? Actually, hold on. I even got something better. Because wait, let me go back to the this one. Because the 91-yard pick six, which by the way, the ball was thrown right at him. He didn't make it. It wasn't a great play in coverage. There was no receiver in the area. Dennis, I come to recall, I believe that Sidney Brown not only lost his job to Andrew Makuba, I've seen Marcus Epps get more defensive snaps this year than he has. Marcus freaking Epps.
Marcus Epps.
Who wasn't on the team till August the 20th.
Marcus freaking Epps. Yeah, I mean, if that doesn't tell you that Sidney Brown stinks, I mean.
Sidney Brown doesn't stink. Sidney Brown is stupid.
He's stupid on special teams. He does stink.
Of a stupid football player. He has no clue. If all he cares about is trying to hit stick somebody. And half the time he does it to himself. I'm done with this conversation now. I've had this conversation. Sidney Brown will be cut next year anyway. We won't be having this conversation.
Yeah.
Because also, if Sidney Brown was so good, guess what? They wouldn't need to have drafted Andrew Makuba.
Yep.
Sidney hasn't made a damn impactful play in about a year and a half now. I gave him the excuse last year about the knee injury. Now he has not.
Very true.
Anyway, so let's get into the main topics of the show now. We've given our talks about the Eagles trade so far. Let's get into why we're here. NFL mid-season power rankings. So everyone knows how Tyler and I do our top 10 lists and our power rankings. We're going to go from 10 to 1. We're going to reveal who we got. We'll give a little bit of reasoning behind it. We choose to do mid-season power rankings only because I ain't got time. Weekly power rankings in the NFL. In honor of Dennis, I'll get a straight hairline before I start doing that again. But all right, gentlemen, do we have our lists in front of us?
We do.
Yep.
All right. So would we like to, before we start with our top 10, did anybody give any honorable mentions?
I did.
Like teams that just missed the cut? Because yep. I have 5.
I got 3. I didn't want to overdo it.
I can knock out 2 of mine, so.
Orlando, you got any just missed the cut?
I have 1.
What's your one?
Who?
Mine is the Chargers.
Ooh, okay.
They're one of mine as well, actually.
Really? Okay.
Dude.
Interesting.
Now I did this last night, but now after hearing the news today, how in the world are they going to survive without Joe and Rashawn Slater?
Yeah. They kind of survived without Alt for, 1 or 2 weeks that they missed him before he came back? So, it's possible.
I just haven't been able to put a pinpoint on them this year.
Yeah. Like I like the offensive style they're doing. They have like 4 or 5 receivers that are at close to 500 or is at 500 yards. So the offense is what almost made me put them in the top 10, but like there's some big ifs in that area for me still.
Mike, me too.
Hi. I'm versing Tyler this week.
Oh, Orlando, did you see the breaking news? Javonte Williams and Pickens were ruled out with an illness tonight. They're not playing.
Yeah, okay.
No confirmation of that.
You just want to wish that.
Oh, man.
Yo.
So, The other ones that just missed my cut, I have Chargers. I have the Chiefs. I have the Bears. Bears are 5-3.
Yeah, they're 5-3, and
I have the Steelers.
okay.
I mean, yes, they're leading the AFC North. Yes, by default.
Yeah.
And they still don't impress me.
I didn't even put them in my honorable mention.
And I hated to do this, but eventually it's going to bite them. I know they've been finding ways so far. If they went up against any of my other top 10, I don't know if they would be good enough. The team that just missed my cut is the 49ers.
They are another one of my teams as well. They were on the bubble. I contemplated it heavily, but
me too.
I love what they're doing with how many injuries that they're suffering, but I don't see them sustaining it long term.
Well, we saw Michael Williams now tore his ACL.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, wait, guys, where'd they play yesterday?
A turf field.
Oh, MetLife. What a shock.
MetLife. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So my last honorable mention team I have is actually the Lions. But they're one of my more dangerous teams. As far as contenders that didn't make my top 10, it's the Chiefs and the Lions.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I have the Chiefs there, too. Like, look, I understand. Can we both agree on something? Well, both. Can all three of us agree on something? As long as Big Red is on the sideline and 15 is lining up under center, they're always going to have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, they cannot run the football for anything this year. They have no run game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I heard earlier that the asking price for Breece Hall from the Jets is a third-round pick. If I was Casey, I would have done that 3 days ago. Could you imagine Breece Hall in a fully healthy offense with Worthy, Rice, and Kelsey? Could you imagine that? How much pressure that would take off of Mahomes? Mahomes has led their team in rushing almost every game.
Their option too. 49ers have Robinson, the backup. They could even go after him. He's not a worse option either. Compare what they have.
Orlando, if you're starting running back as Christian McCaffrey, you are not in business of trading away his backup.
Oh.
Yeah, but
we are not in that business.
It's obvious he wants to start though.
Well, he's got a good shot of starting then if he stays with the 49ers.
I know.
And also with the Chiefs this year, they played okay. That Spagnuolo defense doesn't seem the same this year to me.
Nope.
The personnel isn't there.
That is what kept them in games.
Mm-hmm.
They had them so dominant throughout the year as their defense.
But, all right, gents, are we ready to start our lists off?
Oh, yeah.
Who would like to start with their number 10?
I'll go first. Why not?
Okay.
I actually have the 49ers as my 10. It was a really rough one. I had a lot of options, but obviously I wanted the Chargers. It was between them and the Chargers for me. To me, they're both equally almost the same. Obviously, both teams are battering injuries right now, but they both find ways to win games. That's why they're in my top 10, though, because obviously there's 9 other better than them, in my opinion. But the reason why I chose them is because what McCaffrey's doing, basically being the running back and receiver, kind of reminds me back to the days of the Panthers. And Mac Jones being a surprise quarterback doing what he's doing right now with Purdy being hurt.
Yeah, Mac Jones has been a very surprising player. But that's the one thing about the 49ers offensive system. They're so good at running the football. All they ever need is an average quarterback. They
Yeah.
don't need a star playmaker. All they need is an average play caller under center. They're fine.
I agree. And honestly, I'm kind of worried for when Purdy's healthy. I think Mac Jones has actually ran their offense better than Brock Purdy has.
But they gave Purdy that money, so you know he's gonna start.
No, the Eagles gave Carson Wentz that money too and drafted his replacement the next year.
Yeah. But then he also became injury prone. Well, Purdy's actually injury prone right now too, actually. Now that I'm thinking
Orlando,
about it.
if they called the Jets tomorrow and offered them Brock Purdy, the Jets would take that contract.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go second.
I want to go second.
Oh, why do you get to? Okay, fine, go second.
Since you roasted and you were so surprised that I had the Lions just missing.
I didn't roast you. I just looked at
you.
I was surprised. I was
Well, this
surprised.
is why they didn't make it. Because I put the Packers in at number 10.
Okay.
Yes, I get it. They're technically leading their division because they tied a game. I am a big advocate for not liking ties. I think that it shows a lack of effort to want to win the game. That's why I like what game was it that went to overtime yesterday? And Raiders Jags. The clock was running down. They had an opportunity, I think, to it was when they went for 2. They went for 2 to win. They went for the win. Now I get it also. The Raiders, come on. What are you playing for a tie for? You're not playing. You're not doing anything anyways. Even a win isn't going to save your season.
Mm-hmm.
So I do respect that. I don't respect games that end in ties. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Green Bay, they're 3-1 at home. The Lions are also 3-1 at home. Green Bay's 3-1-1 against conference opponents, and they're 1-0 against their division. The Lions are 1-2 against their division. Yes, kind of unfair. The Packers haven't played many of their division opponents yet, but those were my reasonings for having the Packers in at number 10, and then the Lions just missed the cut for me.
Okay, well, first off, let me just explain this before I go. I did not base anything in my power rankings about strength of schedule. I strictly did this on how I think these teams have looked all year. It's a body of work. So my number 10, now hold your seats so you don't jump through the camera at me. My number 10 is the Denver Broncos. Yes, winners of 6 straight. I understand. Defense has played well. Offense has looked good at times. It has not been consistent. Yes, they are 2 kicks away from being 8-0. And we may be having a whole conversation different. But big road win in Philadelphia coming back. Yes, all that. But the offense still, it hasn't looked great. Bo Nix is not still. I'm waiting for Bo to hit that stride that he hit in the second half of last year.
Sam, you realize that they've outscored their opponents by 59 points this year?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, just checking.
Look, I think all right. Can we also be fair? This has got to be one of the most impossible years for power rankings because I don't think there's a big gap between any of my 10 teams.
No, I don't either. This is very tough.
There is no clear-cut Super Bowl contender favorite teams right now.
I could probably switch my number 3 with my number 8.
Yes. So, before we go on this real quick, I don't want to hear that I have the Broncos at 10. All I'm saying is, I think if the Broncos matched up with the other 9 teams I have, Bo Nix has to outplay a bunch of really good quarterbacks. And Bo's been fine, but he hasn't been great. Even give them credit yesterday, they're down their best player defensively. I know they have great edge rushers. Pat Surtain's the best player on that defense, and they're out with him for a month, and they held the Texans to 15 points yesterday on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, honestly, I may have to go with Flacco right now.
I base it off the matchup, but I mean, when you think of how they're constructed, right? Denver's going to run the ball a lot still. Bengals are just pass. Even to chase it down, rather than running the ball with him, they check it down to him in the flat.
Well, hold on. Do we see them post-game comments yesterday?
Oh,
they are
too
happy.
That
offense is pissed.
I wouldn't be either.
We got you, Mikey. All right, who wants to go up with their number 9?
I'll
go. Who's going?
I'll go.
Okay.
My number 9 is the Rams.
Okay.
My reason why, I know it's a little low, but Master Stafford, yeah, he has 21 touchdowns so far. That's great. Let me see something. Hold on.
Marvin Harrison, you're killing me. Cowboys went for it on 4th down at the Cardinals' 5-yard line, and they didn't get it.
Got sacked.
Josh Sweat with the sack.
So they're 6-2, just like they're tied basically with first place with Seattle. But to me, reason is because injuries are being a bit toll for them, in my opinion. And yeah, I know it's mid. This is why it's called mid power rankings. Who, in my opinion, defense haven't been the greatest. It's been good, but it hasn't been the greatest. They rely a lot on the offense. Obviously, a lot of teams nowadays do. But I'm old school. I like when teams can control both offense and defense and win games, just like how the Eagles does. But mainly injuries is why they're 9 for me. If Puka stays healthy, if Puka stayed healthy most of the season and didn't, because he was hot. He was hot the first 4 weeks.
So the good thing is for Puka, it doesn't look like his injury that he suffered again, the rib injury, doesn't look like it's going to be affecting him. He shouldn't miss any time from it.
Well, that's good.
So that's huge for them. Because, I mean, in that game yesterday, he was having a huge game up until he got hurt.
Yeah, I know. He could have easily got 100 yards.
Anytime he's on the field, he's just a threat.
Yeah. And it helps, too, that they have Davante Adams, a veteran like him.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be someone like Davante. And Davante's taken that wide receiver 2 role, and he's been fine with it.
He is. He's leading the league in touchdown catches, actually.
How many does he have?
8.
8.
He is the red zone threat. Puka gets the ball down the field, Davante Adams catches the touchdown.
But Davante Adams always been good at getting touchdowns, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
So wait. So it's Saquon and Jalen Hurts from last year? How many times was Saquon tackled at the 1-yard line last year?
Basically. Yep.
Even at 20.
Yep.
All right. Tyler, you want to go
I'll
next?
let you go, Sam. That'll be nice.
Okay. My number 9, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's played amazing this year. I think he is the gutsiest quarterback in the league. I honestly, if Jalen Hurts wasn't my quarterback, I'd probably want Baker Mayfield. because the dude is a gamer. He don't care how banged up he is, his team is, the dude's going to come out and ball. The only issue I have with the Bucks right now is they are going through, just like the Niners, a lot of injuries.
Yes.
Mike Evans out for the year. That's a killer. Chris Godwin still inconsistently in and out of the lineup. Bucky Irving, still waiting for him to get back.
Yeah. Hopefully
Their defense,
they should be getting Bucky back this week coming up.
Their
Actually,
defense,
no.
it's good. It's not great. And I'm afraid of that if they have to go on the road to a Philly, to a Rams, to a Detroit. We already saw Detroit beat them. Philly beat them. I get worried about that defense, especially if they have to travel.
They got to watch out for the Panthers, too.
Oh, my God. You better watch out for those Panthers.
The Panthers are creeping. No pun intended.
Anywho. But yeah, so I got the Bucks coming in at my number 9.
I like the Bucks at that spot for you. At my number 9, I have the Chargers. I know they just missed your cut. For me, I still think they have enough pieces to be able to do what it takes to contend for their division. It's still technically a 3-team race, even though the Chiefs lost yesterday. They're 5-4. Chargers are sitting at second at 6-3, and the Broncos are 7-2. That's still relatively close, all things considered. The Chargers, they're looking to get hopefully Hampton back by I think the end of the month. If they can get him back healthy, they're trying to get whatever they can out of Vidal. You know, he has one good week, then he sucks, then another good week, and then he stinks again. So it's just whatever's going to happen happens. But you're getting some really great play out of all your receivers. Quentin Johnson, Lad McConkey, old man Keenan Allen.
Those hamstrings holding up still?
They're holding up. I don't know if I've seen a questionable with hamstring injury yet this year. So that's a shocker.
What are we more concerned about for the second half of the year? Keenan Allen's hamstrings or BG's triceps?
Oh, gosh.
He tore it twice in 4 months.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, granted, he did come back. A normal player would not have come back in 4 months, but he was not missing that Super Bowl.
Yeah. But like you said, now losing your second starting tackle. You're already handicapped once, and now you got 2 backups at your left and right tackle. It's going to be a struggle. But at least Justin Herbert's a mobile enough quarterback to be able to maneuver the pocket and get out and scramble. And he's got a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good weapons around him, too. So I think the Chargers will be able to kind of steady the storm. And, I mean, coming up, they got not the easiest schedule. They got the Steelers, Jags, Raiders, and then they may get Hampton back by the time they play the Eagles in December.
So I'm hearing their next 3 opponents are Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt. Who was after the Steelers?
The Raiders. And then Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. And who was after that? Who was the next one?
The Eagles.
All right, and that's Jalen. Oh yeah, good luck.
It's gonna be tough, but yeah. I'm already shocked enough that they were able to do what they've been able to do without Rashawn Slater. I thought they were going to be worse. Now, yes, Joel's a great player. He's already an All-Pro. It's going to hurt losing him, but I'm trying to have the confidence in the Chargers that they can keep everything afloat.
I trust Jim Harbaugh, so I tend to agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, number 8. We want to keep going the same, or does somebody else want to start us off this differently?
It don't matter.
I want to go again.
All right, go again.
I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at my number 8. Like you said, Sam, the injury is the big concern. if Bucky Irving was back already, they would be on the plus side of 5 in my rankings. But losing Mike Evans for the year, having Ibuka's been there for him, but he's been banged up. He hasn't been 100%. No Bucky Irving. Rashad White's been holding it down pretty steadily, but just having both of them changes the aspect of that offense. So they can survive without Mike Evans. Ibuka's just that good of a receiver that they'll make it work any way that they can.
Don't forget about Tez Johnson.
Tez Johnson, man, just from a couple of Oregon games I watched, I knew he was going to be an NFL wide receiver.
Thanks, Tom Allen.
I had no doubt. But I think they'll make it work. I don't know when they're going to get Jalen McMillan off the IR. But
yeah, neck injuries are.
Yeah, they're iffy. But Bucky Irving should be back next week. Godwin, hopefully they'll get him back soon. Their defense holds up enough. You know, they're not the flashiest, but they get the job done. A lot better than the Bengals defense. But yeah, if it's definitely the injuries that hold them back from being in the top 5.
Okay. All right. So Orlando, would you like to go next for your number 8?
Sure. I got the Denver Broncos as my number 8.
Okay.
Reason why, I'm big on Bo Nix. I'm really big on him. He may not perform well, but dude finds ways to win games. He has 3 games this year already that he came back in I know 2 for the in fourth quarter. Just dominated us as meaning Eagles. He came back. We were I think they were down by like 14 points. I know it's a double digits. They came back, beat us, and they did the same with the Giants. I know it's the Giants, but they were down by a lot. But at the time, the
Giants seem scrappy.
Yeah. Last week. This week. He came back. He was losing by 2 points. They drove him down all the way to get a field goal to win the game. But
yes.
He finds way to win games, and yeah, he may not be the right now, but he also doesn't really have a lot of. That's why he's in the top. He's in the 8. He doesn't have a lot of like weapons around him right now. Like Sutton, yeah, he's good, but he's not like a AJ Brown or a
the Jamar Chases of the world.
Yeah, exactly. If he has someone like that in his squad, we're talking about possibly him being top 5. Denver Broncos will probably be a top 5. It's just they don't have a lot of star power besides their quarterback.
I like the way you said that. Star power outside of the quarterback. Yeah, their defense got all the star power. The offense is it's right now. It's a bunch of young guys that they're trying to develop. All O-line's been pretty good. Like I said, again, this year it's so hard to discuss who's top 10 and who's top 5 because there could be a case that all these teams could be in different areas.
Right.
All right. My number 8, I got the Green Bay Packers. I can't take a team seriously that chooses to tie a football game. That's the first thing. Against the Dallas Cowboys. Not only that, the reason I have the Packers so low, I love this Packers team coming into the season. I thought Jordan Love's played well. Let me put that out there right now. Jordan Love is playing the best football of his career, in my opinion. I thought when Micah came over, it was the piece. That was it. That was all they needed to get themselves over the top. And as much as I've seen this team open up the season and dominate the Lions, dominate the Commanders, But then I see the same team lose to the Cleveland Browns, tie with the Dallas Cowboys, barely get by the Arizona Cardinals. Then they go out and demolish the Steelers on primetime TV. Then they lose to the Panthers. I don't know what this. I still can't figure out what this team is.
Yeah.
Like, are they a legitimate contender in the NFC, or are they just a team that's really good? That's the thing. All we hear year long is, "Oh, the Eagles barely get by teams." Well, what's the Packers' excuse? They're losing to teams that they should be beaten by 20 plus.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to say about this Packers team. They've got all the talent. And now, I mean, like I said, you lose Tucker Kraft for the year. That's going to suck. But coming into the year, you had Kraft. You had a good offensive line. You had Dobbs. You drafted Golden. You have Jacobs. You have Jordan Love. You bring Micah over to help out that front with Van Ness and Gary. Like, they should be a team. They should be in my top 5. But like I said, as good as they looked against Detroit, then they go out and lay eggs to Cleveland and Carolina. It's like, what team are you? So that's why I'm sorry. I can't. I hate the fact that I had them over the Broncos, but I still think they're a good team, but I can't respect a team that has a tie. I just don't know what to make of them. I want to put them higher, but I don't know how I can. So that's my number 8.
All right.
Did everybody go for number 8?
Yep.
All right. Moving on to our number 7s. Shall I go, or does somebody else want to go?
I want to go last.
You could go
You want to
first.
go last? Okay. My number 7. I have the Buffalo Bills.
Damn you, Sam. You mother. I thought I was onto something. And you went and stole my number 7.
Since we both have them at 7, would you like to explain why you have them there? And I'll see if I match your energy here. You're more than welcome to take it over here, buddy.
So, it feels like the first time in forever that I'm saying that the Buffalo Bills are not leading their division. Seems like, the days of the Patriots dominating were over. It seemed like it's been a decade.
And Sunday Night Football happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. The Buffalo Bills they haven't looked dominant to me this year.
No.
They look like they're lacking the it factor. They look like they're only playing as good as Josh Allen can play, because outside of him, you've kind of seen even a drop-off in James Cook's play recently. James Cook had a strong start to the year, but recently he seemed to fall off a little bit. They're not running the ball well. The pass game, it looked a little bit better getting Kincaid back. But again, you were talking about a team, they don't have a clear-cut number 1 receiver in my eyes.
No, they don't.
None of the receivers scream, I'm the number 1. They're just a bunch of guys. They make some plays, but none of them stand out. None of them are elite playmakers. So then that leaves the offense being stuck to they're only as good as Josh Allen can make them. And I don't feel like he's made them dangerous enough. Yeah, they got the win against the Chiefs. I'm so happy about that. That's a big win. Beat them in the postseason.
I'm sorry, did you just refer to a second ago of Josh Allen? Did Josh Allen wake up feeling dangerous today?
Oh,
remember the Baker?
Yeah. Oh, no. 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 But yeah, the Bills, they don't feel like a team that's going to be marching to the Super Bowl to me right now. I haven't seen it from them. That loss to the Ravens. Or no, they beat the Ravens. I'm sorry. Week 1 by 1 point. Yes. That game was ridiculous. But what really hurt them was the loss to the Falcons. That's what really did him in.
Yeah, and I mean, my other bigger takeaway with them too is their defense is atrocious. Their defense stinks. They're like, I at least will say with defenses, if you're bad, if there's just parts about your unit that's bad, at least be physical.
Yeah.
How do you let
say their defense has only allowed 167 points. It feels like they played a lot worse, but there's a lot of other teams that have actually allowed more points this year. The Colts and the Eagles being two of them.
Yeah. The Bills, like you said, they haven't looked like that dominating team that they have in the past to me. They look good, but they don't look dominating like we're used to seeing the Buffalo Bills. So yeah, I have them sitting at number 7, just like you. So Orlando, that all it leaves is you, because me and Tyler basically had to co-combine for that one.
I have the Lions at my number 7.
Okay.
Reason, I still feel like they are good contenders. Defense is not the great. It's good, but it's not the best right now, because I know they lost some key players. We're not lost, but like some are banged up. But offensively, they still up there. They could still like make you be like, I could see them as a potential going to the Super Bowl still in my eyes.
Well, Jared Goff keeps playing the way he is, of course. I mean,
they just need Jared Goff to not be Jared Goff in the playoffs, and they're fine.
Right.
And that's a great point, like how Orlando's basically leewaying into this. Like, they're great in the regular season, but we haven't seen it in January yet.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what matters the most.
Mm-hmm. If you want to go to the next one, I'll go next for that one, just so you know.
All right, you want to go? You want to start with number 6? Who you got?
Mine's are the Bills, since we already talked about it. They're not in my top 5, but they're up there. But reason is basically the same. I just thought the Lions it was like, for me, it was a flip-flop. I was thinking about putting the Bills at 7, but then I just decided to put Bills at 6. But yeah, they don't have that star power and receiver for me to be thinking about being in my top 5 right now. And I see 5 other teams that are better than them right now.
Well, here, I'll make my number 6 short and sweet, because I have the Lions.
Oh, wow.
But it's like, again, like, I feel like Detroit's still a good team. Like, to lose Ben Johnson and still offensively look really good, that's a big win for them right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, I don't think it's a personnel problem. I just think their defensive scheme sucks.
Yeah, because you can see the old defensive coordinator.
Yes, without Aaron Glenn, I just don't think
they're that good. Their secondary is lackluster.
Well, Terrion Arnold has not played well so far throughout his NFL career.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big part of it.
Just think, we almost did it. We almost had a scenario. Brian Branch is a really good player in their secondary.
He is.
But the other thing with Detroit, I've always said, they are not the same team on the road.
Yeah.
And even they just lost at home to Minnesota. So I like the Lions. I have to see it in the playoffs. But I still think they're a good football team. The fact that they lost both their coordinators and Dan Campbell still has them looking this good still. I mean, yes, they're 5-3. I get that. Again, like I said, almost every team on this list is either 6-2 or 5-3.
Yep.
But I really do. I still think the Lions are a capable team. I don't know if they are the elite team that they have been in the past couple of years. I think they're there are some cracks in the armor.
Yeah. And just to add on to that, as I've said before, the Lions didn't make my cut. They were right on the outside looking in. You know, I was one of the biggest defenders of the Lions that said that they were still going to be a good team despite losing both their coordinators because of the talent that they have on the offensive side of the ball. It's the key, some of the key games that I can't piece together what I think of the Lions this year. They lost to the Packers, but then they beat the Ravens early on in the year before the Ravens were deemed a bad team. And then they lose to the Chiefs, but then they beat the brakes off the Buccaneers. They dominated the Buccaneers.
They always have Tampa's number.
But then they go and they lose to the Vikings.
Vikings aren't a bad team, though.
They're
Tyler.
not a bad team, but what do we always say, right? When we talk about the Eagles, we don't care if you're playing a good team, you got to find a way to win. They lost 5-3. I need to see them find a way to win. And that's where my thing came in with the Lions, because they do have some signature wins against good teams. But then they have losses against teams that are good, but they're teams that you need to beat to be a contender.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
There's still a lot of time for the Lions to turn it around and prove that they could be that dominant team.
Oh, absolutely. They're still a good team. It's just how good of a team. Like, are they just a good team, or are they contenders like we think?
Yeah. All right. So we're number 6, right? That's
yes.
I'm up at 6. All right. I have the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, they've been great this year. Their 2 losses were to a very good Philadelphia Eagles team. They lost by 1 possession. And then they lose by a field goal to the 49ers. Other than that, their defense has been surprisingly good this year. Their defense has only allowed 127 points to opposing teams. They're outscoring their opponents by 82 points this year. That's led behind the GOAT Matthew Stafford, the future GOAT Puka Nacua, the addition of Devontae Adams, the strong running of Kyren Williams.
And Blake Corum.
And man, that defensive pass rush, who's going to get you? Basically, week to week, who's going to get you? So right now they're sitting at 6-2 in their division. Mind you, their division is Seattle 6-2, Rams 6-2, 49ers 6-3. And then you have the Cardinals, which they crushed my hopes and dreams. I tried to say the Cardinals were going to have a shot to stay in the run for that division, and they're the Cardinals.
Well, they're up 10-0 right now against Dallas.
Let's go. Keep that offense off the field. That's all I can hope for. Sorry, Orlando.
Yo.
But yeah, the Rams, I mean, if Puka Nacua suffered a lengthy injury yesterday, I'd probably have them lower in my top 10 or maybe outside the top 10. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be serious. When he's on the field, it's just a completely different animal.
I agree.
So, yeah, they're my team at number 6. Just didn't make the top 5. But it's all right because, like we said, most of these teams that we've already talked about easily could have made a case for being in the top 5.
My honorable mentions could go on the road, could beat my number 1 team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how good the NFL... There is no clear-cut Super Bowl favorite midway through the season in either conference.
Maybe the Patriots.
Hey, for all we know, the Jets could go win off 9 straight and become Super Bowl contender. Okay, maybe not that.
I was going to say, go check yourself, Sam.
Anywho.
Anyway, moving into our top 5. Kick off the top 5.
Don't you dare.
My number 5 is the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Dude, what McDonald was started building last year with that crummy bummy Geno, because it's bad. It's bad. Even with Brock Bowers back, it's still bad. But
Hey, he gave Brock
get
Bowers his career best game.
okay, shut up. I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, that defense is living. Their secondary is aggressive. They play physical. They tackle. They play well against the run. Their defensive front. Yes, they lost Ernest Jones to a knee injury last night. Do we know how long? No. He's their signal caller. We'll see how that works out. Their defensive line. Leonard Williams. Byron Young. Byron Murphy, not Byron Young. Byron Murphy. These guys are playing amazing football. Oh, not to mention, was last year a fluke for Sam Darnold? I think we know the answer to that. No.
Nope.
What was he? 17 for his first 17 last night?
With 4 touchdowns.
4? Yeah, like, dude, the guy is playing amazing football right now. They are playing some amazing football. Sam Darnold is looking like a he's looking like an MVP candidate.
Well, there's one thing I want to say real quick since you mentioned Geno Smith's name. Maybe we can get lucky enough to see a remake of the 30 for 30 starring Geno Smith this time.
Oh, no.
Because right now he's at 11 touchdowns, 11 receptions. You know what? Maybe he'll get to 20 and 20.
20/20 vision, maybe.
We'll get a special about
20% of the time he sees his receiver, 20% of the time he sees the defensive back.
Only Jameis Winston can do the 30 for 30.
You're right.
Yeah, you'll never see that again.
Winston's got a cannon. You just don't know who it's going to.
At least Geno Smith has a running back he can give the ball to.
Yeah.
Granted, he'll lose like 3 yards every time, but it's okay. Their O-line stinks too. Not all of it's on Geno. Yeah, and he's also got Chip Kelly as a play caller, so that's another problem. But dude, like, this Seahawks team is so... Now, the reason they are still only at 5 is Sam Darnold has looked great. I remember how great Sam Darnold looked last year, but then I saw Sam Darnold in the playoffs when he had pressure in his face. I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but the fact that he went from Kevin O'Connell, took everything that O'Connell has taught him, and has transferred it over to Seattle, where they are playing. This is the best Seahawks have looked at over a decade. Like, it was a struggle there for a while after Russ left. Geno's been okay, but honestly, I love what I've seen from Sam Darnold. I love what I've seen. I mean, dude, can we take a second? I need some recognition here. Can I get some love for Jackson Smith-Njigba? Can I get some love for this guy? Dude is playing like the best. He's playing like a top 3 receiver in football right now.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
And just think, they redid the whole room. Lockett, goodbye. DK, goodbye. Cooper Kupp missed last night's game with an injury. Who could have saw that coming? But when he's healthy, he's still a decent safety blanket for someone like Sam Darnold. Run game's kind of hit or miss. Some nights Charbonnet looks better than others. Same thing with Kenneth Walker. I'll tell you something. Their rookie tight end, Elijah Arroyo, I feel like I'm watching an NBA power forward out there.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I got the Seahawks at 5. Defense looks good. Quarterback play's been amazing. McDonald's building up that physical defense in Baltimore. Notice something. Notice what defense has gotten more physical and what defense has gotten less physical since McDonald left. Baltimore's defense has not been the same since McDonald took the Seahawks job.
Very true. Very true.
Real quickly, because I know it's 9 o'clock already. We're getting into some things here. I think there's going to have to be some shortening here because we are running on some time here. George wants to know, who's the big trade before the deadline?
Big trade.
Breece Hall to the freaking Chiefs.
Big trade. Jalen Waddle to the Bills. No, that'll never happen.
That'll be the one piece they need.
Dolphins would never let that happen.
Coleman and a high draft pick may get it done.
I don't know. You can't make a team that you already can't beat in your division. You're going to make them that much better.
I mean,
I'm gonna go
on Tua.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Breece Hall to the Chiefs. I think that's the trade that's gonna happen. The Chiefs need to get a run game, man. Their run game it's non-existent. So, well, I'll go Breece Hall there. All right, who wants to go next for their number 5?
I'll go next. I got the Buccaneers at 5.
Okay.
Even without Mike Evans, they showed with the rest being healthy, they really don't need Mike Evans. They showed it, especially with that rookie, his first 3-4 weeks before he got hurt. He was balling. He was averaging 100 yards almost. Had a couple touchdowns. If he gets healthy and then the running back gets healthy, I could see them going deep into the in a playoff run.
I agree. Like I said, with the way Baker's played all year, I don't disagree. I hope the injuries, when they get healthy, it doesn't continue to be an issue. That's my biggest takeaway with it.
Right.
So, sorry, I don't hate the Bucs at 5. But actually, ironically, the Bucs beat the Seahawks this year in Seattle.
Yeah,
they did.
So, all right, Tyler, who you got coming in?
I honestly kind of have a tie between my 4 and 5. But at number 5, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. I know, you might be looking at me like that's a little low. Yes, things are picking up. Things are looking better now. The last 2 weeks, the offenses look great. They look like they're clicking together. They're looking like a Super Bowl contender. But I still have a bad taste in my mouth with that loss to the Giants on the road. I don't think the Giants... I get it's a division rival. Still don't think the Giants are a good enough team to have won that game. They should have.
It's a division rival on a short week, and your 2 best defensive players combine to play 1 quarter of football.
I stand by my statement. You can be mad about it.
Hold on. I just want the people, real quickly, Mike, have a good night, brother. Thanks for commenting with us all night. You gave me so much crap last year when I had the Eagles at 5. But now, fast forward 365 days, now look at you.
Sam, it's because your power rankings suck.
Your power rankings suck this time.
And like I said, I have a bit. It's a bit of a tie between 4 and 5. But I didn't want to change it up and put the Eagles to 4. So that's where I stand on that.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I know we have to keep this going, but Ferguson just fumbled the ball in the red zone. Cardinals football. Guess who is sitting next to Jerry Jones in his suite tonight?
Who?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my gosh, I saw it. Why is he so... What?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, he didn't like the Cowboys.
Maybe he's going to make his usual laughing video from the suite.
Oh my gosh, he might. Oh, one more thing to add for my Eagles pick for 5. They're only outscoring opponents by 23 points so far this year. It's been a lot of close games, as we know. A lot of stressful names. Yes, I agree.
Oh, we know who that is on YouTube. We know who that is.
Oh, I know.
Thanks, Georgie. Unbelievable. I just find it funny how when I did it, I was the problem.
I mean, well, let's see. I blasted you last year for saying it.
Blast me once a week.
Wait, was it last year?
I don't. Yes.
Wait, why did you have them at 5 last year? What? Were you stupid?
We're not turning this back around on me.
Oh, I think we are.
Grow up, Peter Pan. This is on you this time. We're not doing this.
We'll see. But did everyone go with their number 5?
I did,
yes. All right, so now we're down to number 4.
I want to lead into number 4 since I said that both teams were very even in my book. Number 4, I had the Seattle Seahawks.
Dang it.
Seattle was lower on my list before last night's game.
Oh, they were way lower on my list till last night.
Made such a statement that, yes, I had to put them up higher than the Eagles, but I feel like they're very even as far as my list goes.
Can I answer this comment real quick? George,
Yes.
he moved away. That's how he survives this. I'm stuck in Jersey. With this this guy over here.
I'm stuck with the guy who can't point the right way.
I'm not supposed to be on this side of the screen.
But anyway, Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, God.
Outscoring opponents by 81 points so far this year. They're 4-0 on the road, which it's kind of important to win road games if you want to be a dominant team and be a contender. Yes, they're 2-2 at home. They lost to respectable opponents at home. It was a 4-point loss to the 49ers in week 1 and a 3-point loss to the Buccaneers. So far they've beaten the teams they were supposed to, and they've came close against good teams, losing at home. But it's just how good their offense has looked throughout the whole year, how good their defense has been, with only allowing 150 points to opponents. They look like they're clicking and putting it together. And I said it before, too. I think the Eagles are at that point, too. I feel like it took the offense a little longer to click, and I hope it continues out of the bye week. Green Bay will be a very telling game. But, yeah, Seattle climbed 4 spots. I had them at 8. They climbed 4 spots because of their performance last night.
I think I had them at like 8 until that freaking game last night.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Budda Baker for getting his first takeaway in 3 seasons.
Wow.
All right, Orlando, you want to go next with your number 4?
It's the same as Tyler's.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. My number 4, I have the Rams. I think if the Rams and Seahawks matched up right now, we have a game that would end 13-10. But I have yet to find a team that can consistently cover Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams together.
Yep.
Breaking news. That team does not exist. They are easily the best wide receiver duo in football right now. Sorry, Cincinnati, but it's just Matthew Stafford. He's aging like fine wine, man. Dude is just having a great year. 21 touchdowns. He's averaging almost 270 passing yards a game. Honestly, should be a sleeper candidate for MVP. And again, if Kyren Williams If they keep Kyron Williams and Blake Corum consistently running the football, that offense is unstoppable. And that defensive front. Now, the secondary is a little bit of a concern, but they did get Roger McCreary. They got him for the Titans. Hopefully that helps shore up a little bit of it. But that defensive front is filthy. Young, Turner, Verse, Josiah Stewart. Take your freaking pick on who do you want to go after the quarterback with. I have the Rams at 4, and it's honestly the biggest reason I have them over the Seahawks. It's the quarterback matchup. Darnold, for 2 years now, he's been amazing. But I know what Matthew Stafford gives me every week.
Mm-hmm.
I know who Matthew Stafford is, so. And the Cowboys just blocked the punt for a touchdown. Unbelievable. But yeah, so I have.
Let's go.
I got the Rams.
That's
I
awesome.
got the Rams. Now we move into the top 3. Who would like to kick this off?
Let's do it.
Fine. All right. You want me to go?
Sure.
At number 3, I got the Philadelphia Eagles.
There it is.
Has the season been perfect? Absolutely not. Has it been consistent? Absolutely not. They've battled injuries. They've battled a bunch of stuff going on this year. The defense has played a ridiculous amount of football. The offense hasn't clicked full time. Guess what? They're still 6-2. They have wins over the Rams. They have wins over the Bucs on the road. Yes, the Broncos game, it stings. It's football. It happens. The Giants game, it sucks. They got redemption the next week. They beat the Vikings on the road. I'm chilling. Jalen Hurts is playing. I think Jalen Hurts may be playing the best stretch of football he's played in his entire career. I think he's looked better. Jalen, over the past 2 weeks, has looked better than he did at all in 2022. And that was his best year so far completely. Saquon, we knew teams were going to come in this year trying to stop him. At the end of the day, we knew that was going to be the issue. Past game, it's been up and down, but it's gotten going over the past 2 weeks. AJ and Devontae look great in Minnesota. Devontae and Dallas Goedert and them look good against the Giants. You're going to get AJ back next week. The offensive line should hopefully start getting a little healthier because that's another trade. That's like almost getting a trade deadline acquisition, is having your 5 guys up front be healthy. Steen's been okay. Lane should be a little healthier. Hopefully Landon's took the bye week to get some of those injuries healed up. We have to wait and see what Cam Jurgens is looking like. I mean, he was never placed on injured reserve after the Vikings game, so I'm assuming they thought he would be back after the bye.
Yeah.
Even though, I will say, against the Giants, and let's agree, the Giants' defensive line is nothing to joke about.
No, they're not.
Brett Toth played well in that game, and I hate that I have to say that because I can't stand Brett Toth. But Brett Toth played a really good game against the Giants, and that's going against Dexter Lawrence, So I have the Eagles at number 3. They just win, dude. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts will go down as this. Is it always pretty at times? No. Is there a little turmoil here and there? Absolutely. But all these guys do is freaking win. That's all these guys do is win football games. They win them in the regular season. They win them at the highest mountain in the Super Bowl. They just win. And they're my number 3 at 6-2. And currently, from what I've seen over the rest of them, they're the best team in the NFC. And now they got help coming in with Alexander, Carter, and Phillips. And who knows, maybe something tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll go next. My 3 is the Colts.
Okay.
I had them at 1 at one point until they lost.
Me too.
That loss was, and how Daniel Jones played. I mean, he had over 300 yards, but he gave up 3 picks.
And he lost 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
And he lost 2. So 5 turnovers in that game.
When everything could have went wrong, it went wrong.
Exactly.
I hope that's just a really bad day.
I think
me
it is.
too. I hope
You know
so
what's
too.
very strange? Their only 2 losses of the year were both 27-20.
Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, just the Colts are top 3 because they still got any potential to do something still. It's just I'm like you guys said, I'm hoping it was just a bad luck day.
I think what happened was they had to be more reliant on Daniel Jones than they would like to be because let's be honest, Daniel Jones has looked so good because Jonathan Taylor has been amazing. Jonathan Taylor is getting shut down by the Steelers defense. So props to them. They forced Daniel Jones to beat them, and he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's not many teams in the league that I can see stopping Jonathan Taylor. So I don't think it's going to be an occurrence that happens quite often. I don't even know if the Steelers would be able to recreate that, shutting down Taylor.
I don't think so either.
No.
Okay, I like that. My number 3, they're finally here. Let's ride. Denver Broncos sitting at 7-2, 6-game win streak. Yes, I'm looking at that 6-game win streak. Outscoring opponents by 59 points. They're 4-0 at home, 3-2 on the road, 4-2 in their conference. Sam, you were critical of the offense. Yes, the offense isn't one of the more high-powered ones in the league, but they're definitely an offense that can put up enough points to win the football game and play well enough to win the football game because of how strong their defense is. And what do we say, Sam? Defense wins championships, right?
Offense sells tickets.
Offense sells tickets, exactly. So
yeah, no disagreement. Like I said, I'm going to reiterate this 10 more times. There is not a giant drop-off from 1 to 10 in these lists.
I know. That's why the Eagles are at 5. I still think they're a Super Bowl contender.
Yes, and then George comes on here and says that they're not a top 3 team, just like the 49ers are a team that can't beat the anyway, that's what we were saying. No, I choose violence.
Hey, that's all we can choose, especially Sidney Brown. But that's why I got the Broncos there. I mean, playing great football. I don't think it's going to slow down. And then, so let's see. Did everyone go at number 3? I believe so.
Yep.
So I'm going to go into number 2 because it's actually what Orlando had. I got the Colts. Well, it looks like me and Sam are on the same page here. The Colts were 1 win yesterday away from remaining my number 1 team to beat in the NFL if they won that game. The loss didn't drop them much, but it did take them out of the 1 spot for me. Colts are 5-0 at home. They have outscored opponents by 109 points this year. No other team is close to that. What they're doing offensively with Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones, getting all the receivers incorporated, and then not to mention the defensive side of the ball, they're playing great. There are only 2 losses, 1 possession games, lost by a touchdown in both games. They're a dominant team. They have an identity. They're gonna make it. They're gonna make it far.
No, I agree. And again, they don't have a weakness. You've got a top 3 running back in football when he's healthy. From just his rookie year right now, a transcendent talent at the tight end position.
Oh, yeah.
And 3 wide receivers that just do their jobs well. Downs, Pierce, and Pittman just do their jobs well. even after losing 2 of their starters last year, still have an elite offensive line, which is what Daniel Jones needs. He needs a great run game and a good offensive line.
Yep.
Their defense, it's had its weeks where it's looked good, sometimes not so much, but that offense is too high powered for me to have them anywhere lower than 2. They probably were my number 1 team if they win yesterday, but Daniel Jones is playing amazing. He's easily going to be the front runner for most improved player if he keeps it up. And their offense just clicks on all cylinders, and he's basically saved Shane Steichen's job. Because Shane Steichen was going to get fired if the Colts didn't improve this year. But, yeah, I got the Colts sitting at number 2.
Simple. I got the Eagles.
Very nice.
Wait a minute. You have the Eagles. We have the Colts. Don't tell me we all have the same team for number 1.
Oh, we do.
I think so.
You know what? Just let's go around the horn real quick, and then we'll talk about it together. Patriots.
Patriots.
Wow. You
Are
know,
you expecting me to say the Chiefs?
No.
The Chiefs was not. It was not in my top 10 at all.
Nope, none of ours.
No, they were one of my honorable mentions. I'm surprised. I thought I was the only one that had the Patriots at number 1.
Nope.
Dude, I'm all aboard,
I've
man.
Been noticing them playing really well, defense and offense.
Culture's back. That's why.
Yeah.
The culture's back. Credit to Vrabel.
Yeah.
He came in there. He didn't need a year to get it done. He's making it happen now.
Yep.
A
He
year.
knew
He
what he had.
needed 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And with Diggs being there, you can see he's not the Diggs from the Bills, but he wasn't bad before he got hurt last year either.
No, he was good on the Texans before he got hurt.
Yeah, he had almost 400 yards before he got that ACL. And having a veteran him like that, and I forget the young kid they have.
Really good.
Yeah, him. I saw him do one of these catches. I was like, bro.
Yeah, he's a good young wide receiver, and I like the veteran presence of Diggs in the locker room. You can tell Diggs lost a step with the ACL injury. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't? Yeah. But he's still got the talented hands, and he's able to find ways to get open. Yes, he doesn't have the blistering speed anymore, but he still finds ways to be impactful. And they're just finding any way
to win games.
Yeah, they're just making it look easy.
Yeah.
They're 4-0 on the road as well. 2-0 against their division. One of those wins against the Bills.
In Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Real quickly to answer George's question. George, in my power rankings, I had the Bills at 7 in mine. I forget where you guys had them.
I have Bills in 6.
Okay.
Bills were 7 for me.
Okay. Just the Patriots. Let's look at this. This team struggled mightily last year in a few aspects. Number 1, defensively. They needed to add some help to that. Well, if you go down the list and look at every single unit, this team has been able to trade away Keon White and Kyle Duggar.
Yeah.
And are still an elite defense. They needed some help for Christian Gonzalez. They go out and sign Carlton Davis, who's done nothing but be a very quality number 2 corner for them. They've had no quality middle linebacker play, it feels like, in forever. So, what do? They signed Robert Spillane from the Raiders. All he's done is have 72 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. They need a pass rush help. They signed 2 pass rushers in free agency. Kalavian Chasian, who, if anyone doesn't remember, was a pick of the Jaguars, hasn't panned out in the NFL yet. Through 8 games, he's got 5.5 sacks. the former first rounder out of LSU. They also signed Harold Landry, who has 5.5 sacks. So they needed to go after the quarterback. Yeah, they're doing it. Christian Barmore, still playing solid, still trying to work back into football shape with the blood clot issue last year. Milton Williams, signed him as a big free agent. 3.5 sacks. Almost every single freaking defensive acquisition they acquired in the offseason is panning out. Offensive line, big issue last year. They drafted Jarrett Wilson in the third round out of Georgia. One of the better right guards as a rookie so far. One of my favorite offensive linemen I watched in that entire draft. They have Morgan Moses playing right tackle as a veteran. They signed Garrett Bradbury away from the Vikings. He's played solid at center. I was told by so-called experts that Will Campbell was not going to be a good left tackle in football because his arms are too short. The dude literally has allowed 2 sacks on the season. I love
the stuff that we make up during the draft.
What are we doing?
But Shamar Stewart, great guy. Get us after the quarterback. Okay.
He's got one tackle. He stinks.
Not even a sack. Just one tackle. Not one sack.
Will Campbell's having the Joe Alt effect on the Patriots right now. He is an elite left tackle, and he's played 9 games.
Yeah.
And then you go to their pass catch. Hunter Henry's just been okay. Douglas has been okay. Travion Henderson's been better now that he's getting more touches. Diggs, like Orlando said, he's been that veteran in the locker room. He doesn't complain about his targets. Comes in, does his job. He's fine. But I said this weeks ago. I am all aboard the Drake May bus. This kid has got it. This ain't no Mitch Trubisky. I know we get scared of North Carolina quarterbacks. The kid's second in the NFL in completion percentage. He's had a passer rating over 100 almost every game this year. And that's doing this with a limited group of weapons. They're not the worst group in the world, but they're not the best. Their offensive line, the Patriots culture is back. Not the Patriot way, because that was Tom Brady. But the culture that the Patriots lived by. We want to beat you up defensively. We want to get after the quarterback. And on the other side, we want to get a group of weapons that does their job. Run good routes, get open, catch the football. And we want to have an offensive line that can dominate up front. And that offensive line it's anchored right now. Like I said, Jarrett Wilson was a third-round pick out of Georgia. He could have been a first-round center if they wanted to. He's been playing right guard. He's been amazing. Bradbury's their center. They got him in free agency. He's been amazing. Morgan Moses, he's getting a little up there in age, but he's still a quality right tackle until they find a long-term answer. And Will Campbell he's a stud. He may be the best left tackle in football in a couple of years. But I was told he can't draft because his arms are too damn small.
Yeah, that offends Sam.
Give me a freaking break. Are you kidding me?
I didn't say anything. I just want to say some breaking news real quick.
Breaking news?
The Jake Paul Tank Davis fight is off and no longer moving forward. Only 11 days before the fight was scheduled to take place. Sounds like somebody didn't want to lay down for the payday.
What else is no?
That's funny.
Could I say I'm surprised? No.
I'd give anything to see Mike Tyson not lay down against him.
All right, so there's our power rankings, everybody. We hope you enjoyed. However, we are getting a little up there in time, so let's fast forward a little bit here to our last 2 little segments of the night. Week 9 is going to take a little bit of a backseat. We kind of went through a little bit of it as we went through the power rankings. Because it is 9:30, so. And why Orlando's on here, I'm not sure how much time I don't know if you're still on a time restriction or not, so.
Right. No, Kaylee is not going to work. She's not feeling well, so we're good.
Oh, then I keep you all night then. We're good. Nah, but Saturday night, the two greatest words in sports. Do you guys know what they are?
Game 7.
Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
That has got to be one of the 3 greatest baseball games I've ever seen in my entire life. Credit to the Dodgers, back-to-back champs. Once again, I'm going to say it. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going to pronounce that pitcher's name because
I got you.
Yamamoto?
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
There you go. Him.
What a performance.
Well, yeah, because not only he signed last year, right?
Yes, this was his second year with the Dodgers.
And all he do is win.
Postseason this year, 5-1 with a 1.45 earned run average.
Yup. I was getting to that. Thanks.
Sorry.
It's okay. But not only that, but able to pitch 6 innings on game 6 and come in to pitch 2 more innings. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it is a lot for someone who just pitched the next day.
Well, you throw 96 pitches the night before, it's a lot.
Exactly. And to be able to get the win in that game for that team, it shows that this guy will do anything to win for his team.
That's why you got paid $325 million to come over here.
Yeah, Yankees cheapsteaks.
It had nothing to do with that. The Phillies actually outbid the Dodgers on him. He chose the Dodgers.
I bet I know why, too. He's probably close with Ohtani.
No, you're exactly right, but it's always been like that. The Dodgers have always been more connected with that market in Japan. And plus, when they come over here, they don't want to play somewhere where it's cold. They want sun and cool weather. California.
Right.
That's how a lot of international players are. They want to be somewhere where it's warm most of the year. And for all the people, Tyler, I even want to see if you can try to give me your insight on this. I want to know, how are the Dodgers ruining the sport? They signed Shohei Ohtani?
You call it ruining the sport?
That's what people are saying. They say the Dodgers are ruining baseball. I don't know how they are.
They just very smart.
It's nothing more than what the Yankees have done in the past.
The Yankees was the Dodgers at one point.
Yeah.
We were doing this stuff. We were signing big name talents like Mark Teixeira, CC Sabathia. List goes on and on. Alex Rodriguez. Like, we've done it too. And now the Dodgers is doing it because they have potential 5 Hall of Famers, but so did the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yankees have probably at one point they had Roger Clemens in their squad. Not prime Roger Clemens, but Roger Clemens was in the squad.
The Yankees have been doing this since the 20s.
Exactly.
They bought Babe Ruth from the Red Sox. This has been baseball.
It's baseball. It's just people is now realizing that it's always been like this.
Yeah.
The problem that we have in baseball, what's the Moneyball thing? There are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. Then there's us. No, there are teams that are willing to go above and beyond to win, and then there are cheapskates. That's where we are. Yeah. Like the Pittsburgh Pirates. First of all 3 of us now, we have all been to the city of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful city.
Oh, yeah.
You're telling me if that owner didn't put $100, $200 million in a payroll, they wouldn't have players to be at least start being competitive? You're telling me that tanking seasons is good for your brand?
No.
The Dodgers aren't ruining baseball because they're a bigger market than you. They're ruining the sport to you because they're willing to pay the players you won't.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure you probably brought this up, but there was I saw an article. Oh, they paid Otani that $7 million. They already paid that back, and they already got all that money back from just last year alone.
And his contract is deferred. Now that some teams I'd be like, oh, why would I pay a guy after the fact? How do you think the Dodgers signed Yamamoto? Because Otani's making no money.
Yep.
Literally, he's only getting paid like $2 million.
And once again, the Dodgers are ruining baseball. Shohei Ohtani has not played well in 2 straight World Series.
No, he hasn't.
Do you know why the Dodgers are back-to-back world champions? Because guys like Kike Hernandez hit 180 all season, but when the month of October hits, he turns into Tony freaking Gwynn. Tommy Edman was on the injured list the entire season last year till he got to the Dodgers. He won the NLCS MVP. Teoscar Hernandez, the Dodgers were literally like 10 outs away from losing game 1 to the Phillies, which could have turned the entire season around. He hits a 3-run shot. Thanks a freaking lot, Matt Strahm, Mr. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. But I'll get to that another day. Every single freaking person that you think, yes, thank you. You can laugh at me. Every single player in that Dodgers lineup does something. Miguel Rojas had not had a hit since the Philly series. 1 out, top of the 9th, down to your last 2 outs of the season, you take Jeff Hoffman, who had his ERA under 1 in the postseason. You take him deep to tie the game. Will Smith, who was probably Will Smith. Don't get it confused. The guy literally is probably the 4th best position player on the team. He hits the game-winning home run in Game 7. Yamamoto threw 96 pitches in Game 6. The next night, he comes out, throws 40 more, and gets the win. He goes 3-0 in the World Series. He allowed 2 earned runs in 17 2/3 innings. Tyler Glasnow started a World Series game and pitched almost every game out of the bullpen. Blake Snell came out of the bullpen in Game 7. That's what a team does. Oh, the Dodgers have more money. Well, yeah, no shit. They're in Southern California, guys. I'm pretty sure that a lot of players would rather come to Southern California than play in freaking Pittsburgh and stuff. There was an article that came out 3 weeks ago that the Detroit Tigers and Tarek Skubal are almost $250 million apart in contract negotiations. How the hell are you not willing to pay the best pitcher in baseball?
Mm-hmm. Because like you just said not too long ago, there's teams that want to be cheapskates, and there's teams like the Dodgers that are willing to pay the best player in the league.
This has been baseball forever, and I'll tell you right now, there's going to be a lockout in 27 because they want a salary cap. The players don't want it. Because if baseball turns into a salary cap, then all these big contracts we're seeing won't happen. Now, do I think some of these contracts are ridiculous? Yes, like Juan Soto. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. Shohei's is ridiculous. Bryce Harper's and Manny Machado's at the time are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But don't sit there and act like these other teams can't pay money to players. The Pirates and teams like that choose to be bad. They want to develop. Here's the thing. They want to develop through their minor league system, then trade the guy. The Washington Nationals just traded Juan Soto 3 years ago, right? They got back James Wood, who is a 30-30 guy, 30 homers, 30 steals. C.J. Abrams, who's a 280 hitting shortstop with a decent glove. And Mackenzie Gore, who was literally top 3 in the National League in strikeouts this year. They've been on the Nationals for 2-3 years. So you got a good shortstop, a really good corner outfielder who hits you home runs and steals your bases, and a potential ace to your pitching staff, right? That's a pretty good haul for Juan Soto. Nationals have Mackenzie Gore in trade talks in July. And this is why teams stink. Because when they finally develop players, they want to move them.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they don't want to pay them in the future. It's a joke.
Yeah. Like, you can't say that they're ruining baseball when nothing is stopping any other team from doing the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could defer. The Phillies could sign. They could defer money too.
Yeah.
They don't, but they could.
You're surprised that players haven't never done this before. Isn't there a guy in the Mets that's had money deferred and he's still getting paid for?
Was that Bobby
Oh,
Bonilla?
We're not gonna listen. We're not.
I know it's
I'm
not
gonna
the
have to
same.
do a whole hitting home episode on Bobby Bonilla. Don't get me started.
I know it's not the same like players type thing, but like there's people that have done it. Otani's not the first.
No. And once again, all the big time plays that came in the World Series did not come from Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Oh, Freddie Freeman's a Dodger. Okay, blame the Braves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Braves didn't want to pay him.
Well, there was another conspiracy with it. There was something going around that his agent wanted him to go to California. So there's other parts now, but the Braves could have sweetened the deal to get him to stay. Freddie's a loyal guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Mookie Betts, did I don't remember him saying, "Oh, I want to leave Boston." The Red Sox became the dumbest franchise in sports for 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And funny, Mookie Betts has 4 championships in 8 years.
Yep.
Wow, basically, Orlando, you could appreciate this. He's kind of become the modern day Ben Zobrist. The guy plays everywhere.
Yeah.
He's playing shortstop. He's playing second. He's playing center field. He's playing right field. He's playing left field. Hell, I may see him at third base next year. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think he started off as an outfielder, and then when he got traded, didn't he go in the infield with the Dodgers for like?
He was playing shortstop in Game 7.
Yeah, so it's just like that's what I like. Players that play everywhere in the field.
Dude, final thoughts to the other side. That Blue Jays team, man.
Yeah, they gave him their all.
A team that went from last place in the American League East last year to winning the AL pennant and literally getting 2 outs away from a world championship. Showcasing how talented that team really is. George Springer, 35 years old, still playing like he's a damn 28-year-old in Houston. And now he's a Blue Jay. I can like him again. I mean, Alejandro Kirk, one of the better hitting catchers in baseball. Can't run worth a damn, but still he can hit. Bo Bichette, when he's going well, one of the better middle infielders. But man, if this postseason did anything, it showed you the superstar that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. really is.
And he's worth every penny he got.
Yes. I mean, did you see him in the dugout afterwards?
Bro, he was balling.
Dude was in tears. I mean, just listen to these postseason numbers. And I even think our gentleman up here who's not a baseball guy could appreciate this. For the entire postseason, Vladimir Guerrero had 83 plate appearances. He batted .412 in the postseason. He had an on-base percentage of .506 when the average is .350. His OPS was 1,330. He had 28 hits, 8 home runs, 4 doubles, 17 runs scored, 15 RBIs. In 83 plate appearances in the entire postseason, which was 17 games for him, he struck out 6 freaking times in the entire postseason.
Wow.
And this is coming off a regular season where we said he had a down year.
That literally, me and you were talking about that, how
he's only got 23 homers. What's going on here?
Right, like we're used to him having like 38, 40, 100 ribbies. He didn't even reach 100 ribbies this year.
Yeah, and like it's just so. I feel for this team, man. Like that kid. What about that kid Trey Savage? This kid in April of this year, Tyler, was pitching in single-A baseball. He moved up the entire minor league system and was starting Game 5 of the World Series.
Wow.
And went into Dodger Stadium pitched 6 innings of 1-run ball and set a record for strikeouts in a World Series game by a rookie with 12.
Wow.
The kid was pitching an A ball in April in front of probably 35 people.
That's crazy.
And Max Scherzer's like 100 years old. He's still pitching 5 innings in World Series games.
Max Scherzer was really and he didn't have the greatest season either, but he had a pretty good postseason though.
And George Springer, I mean, the Game 7 home run against the Mariners. And I mean, Orlando, did you watch any of Game 6 or 7? Did you see every swing he took, how much pain he's in? He literally strained his side in Game 5, and he literally couldn't, I think it was either Game 4 or Game 3, he couldn't play Game 5, and he literally battled through 2 games and went 3 for 5 in Game 7 with a side injury. He took a 98-mile-an-hour fastball off his kneecap. It was not a foul ball. It was a pitch that hit him straight on the kneecap at 98 miles an hour. He tried, this was in the ALCS against Seattle. He walked to first base. He was going to try to stay in the damn game.
Wow.
That's what this stuff means to guys like this. This is what Mookie Betts has moved around the entire baseball diamond just to play every day to help his team. That's what this stuff means to these guys. Yamamoto threw 140 pitches in 2 days to win a World Series. It means something to these guys. It's all those times you sat in your backyard and you threw a ball at your freaking shed or at your house before your dad yelled at you because you almost broke a window. And you said, strike 3, we won the World Series in your backyard. That's what it means to these guys.
Nope. And Bo Bichette, he was hurt for most of this playoffs run, right?
He didn't return to the World Series. He still hit 300, I think.
He hit 316.
And essentially on one leg because his knee was still not 100%.
348, my bad. 348 in the World Series.
On a bad leg.
On a bad leg. Hit a 3-run shot in Game 7. Which to me, when I saw that, me too. I was like, bro, they sold it.
I thought that was it.
I thought the same thing. I was like, they got it. Max Scherzer was pitching a really good game. Went 4.
He got tired.
Yeah, I know. He went 4 innings basically. Had 3 strikeouts. The problem was the bullpen. Surprisingly, because the bullpen was playing really well up until Game 7.
Not to mention Isaiah Kiner-Falefa not freaking getting a bigger lead off of third base on that ground ball. He probably would have scored if he would have took a secondary lead.
Yeah, that is true.
It's just, but I mean, this World Series had everything: big run innings, the 18-inning classic where Freddie Freeman walks it off, Game 7, Trey Savage's record-breaking Game 5. This World Series had everything you could imagine.
I hope they go back next year.
I hope they do too.
They need to get one arm, and I hope they do get Detroit's pitcher if they don't want to pay him, because that's the only thing they need.
Savage, Skubal, Jose Barrios healthy. Yeah, you better go find somebody for Aaron Judge. You're gonna need some help.
Listen, I told you, I'm done watching the Yankees until they get rid of Cashman and Bone. They both need to be out.
Dude, they ain't never getting rid of those two. It's like the Phillies. They ain't never getting rid of Dombrowski.
Never going to have this guy watch him again.
Yeah, you may want to be careful out there. Guardian fans may not like you too much.
You'd be surprised how many times I see different jerseys for baseball here and football.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about that.
When your
I've heard someone say
go
"Go Birds."
Well, yeah, when the Pro Football Hall of Fame is in your freaking state, of course you're going to see a lot of football jerseys.
I've seen Packers fans here.
Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Steelers fans. 22 hours.
Delusional idiots. Everybody's okay except Steelers. They're delusional idiots out there.
There's a lot of different, one thing I like about Ohio is there's a lot of fans of football here, not just Cleveland.
I don't think they want to be fans of Cleveland. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I know.
And then the Cincinnati Bengals, they ain't not much better.
Listen, when
Nope.
people ask Browns fans who's your favorite NFL team, they say the Buckeyes. That's
Literally,
where all the
I see a
NFL
lot
town
of
is anyway.
I see a lot of Buckeyes out here,
Oh,
and I'd be like, and bro,
That's where you shut your mouth. Don't you say we are. They may punch you.
oh no, when I'm walking around here, I'd be like, go Ohio
Go
State.
Buckeyes. Just shut up. Hey, you know what? Actually, go up to them and say go Michigan. See what happens. That's actually a good test.
Oh no.
No, thank you.
Since they haven't beaten Michigan in 6 years. Speaking of which, Tyler, do we want to give our quick thoughts on this real quick?
Quick thoughts. Screw Notre Dame. Texas should be in the top 12. Ohio State, they're fine. No movement in the top 4. Maybe top 5. Georgia was 5 already, weren't they?
The top 7 hasn't changed.
Top 7's all the same. BYU at 8. Come on.
They're not better than Texas Tech.
Come on. They're not better than Texas Tech. BYU, honestly, they're not better than Oklahoma. I definitely wouldn't have them over Texas. Virginia should be at 13. BYU should be at 11. Notre Dame at 12. Texas should be at 10.
I agree.
Oklahoma at 9. Texas Tech at 8. That's how I would fix that. As for everything else,
who cares?
I don't really care about anything else. I mean, Louisville, cool. Vandy, you lost. Georgia Tech, you lost. None of these other teams at this point, they're not making it into the playoffs.
Hey, you know that song that goes, "Guess who's back, back again"? It's more like "Guess who's Beck," because Beck is back again, turning that football over every freaking time, man. What the heck happened to him?
Right, what happened?
He looked like a Heisman candidate 2 weeks in.
He did.
But yeah, honestly, not really going to give much big insights on this because we're literally getting the AP's first playoff poll tomorrow. So
we'll be discussing that in depth next week's show.
Oh yeah, next week will be fun on that. But anywho, I think that's what we're going to call it a night, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Orlando, always love having you all with us. Always a fun show. Want to thank everybody for commenting throughout the night with us. We appreciate all the love and support. What'd you say?
McBride touchdown.
Oh, really? What's the score?
24-7.
Oh, my God. How about them Cowboys? But anyway.
It's safe to say I'm going to lose.
Me too. So you're not in the same boat.
Because no, what's going to happen is the Cowboys are going to get those garbage time points like a couple of my players did.
Oh.
Jamar Chase and Chase Brown, they got a lot of garbage time points because they were getting blown out.
Mm-hmm.
Still somehow almost won the game. Still don't know how that happened.
Right.
But yeah, no, you'll get the win this week. It'll happen. Just wait.
Must be nice.
Yeah, Sam's not having a good time.
Nah, it is what it is. But, all right, guys. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys next week. For our special guest, Orlando Negron, Tyler Adams, wherever he is on whichever side of my screen, I'm Sam Nelson. Good night, everybody.